Good morning, Miss and my friends. My name is Martinus Djalu Pandhito. I'm from Group 4, and I will explain about 8 steps process offered by earlier. The first is gather a relevant text. Second is develop an organization and management scheme, and then make copies of the originals for annotations, and assess authenticity of documents, then explore documents agenda, basis, and then explore background information like example is tone, style, purpose, and ask question about document, and then explore content. And then I will explain about the do's and don'ts in answering document based questions. Do and don't. First, can you read and understand the document? The thing they have to do answer the questions asked. Just answer the questions, the whole questions, and nothing but the questions. Don't refer to outside knowledge, then summarize the article or describe the image, and don't insert a quote without explaining what the quote means. Second is OPCVL. Think, but don't write it. First, to understand what the document is saying, then identify all parts of the origin, and then identify all aspects of the purpose. Write to values that are directly linked to specific aspect of the origin, purpose, content that you articulate in your writing. And then to limits that are directly linked to specific aspects of the origin, purpose, content that you articulate in your writing. Example like OPC, aspects specifically identified, and then a specific value linked to it. And don't summarize the document. Don't use content as a value to summarize the whole document. If you can link the value of the content to origin or purpose, do so because you will not get credit for simply calling it content. And then don't write the origin or purpose in isolation. Don't speculate, could be, maybe, and etc. And don't state a specific value, but is not successful because it is not linked to value, purpose, content. Example like the view of unifications from the lower classes is missing. And then don't incorrectly link a value or limit. Like you say a value is caused by the purpose when it comes from the origin. And then just say a value limits is because of the origin, purpose, or content without specifically stating that the purpose, aspect of the origin, or specific content is example because of the purpose and blah 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 blah. And don't just say there is a value or limit without specifically identifying what the value or limit is. Example, because of the origin, we can learn the view of cover, and what's view, like that. And then the third is, can you compare and contrast? The thing that you have to do is address similarities and differences through an analytical structure. Use obvious language that identifies for your analysis. Example, in the same way or is different because, and then etc. And don't list or summarize or describe what is said in each document and then expect the reader to recognize what is the same or different. And then don't put together two elements of a document that cannot create a connection through a similarities or differences. And don't compare and contrast all elements of a document rather than the specific elements, the question's identifiers. Like you are not answering the questions asked. And the last one is outline. The things they have to do is outline prior to writing and create a specific thesis with multiple reasons or claims that address the common term, and use as many documents as possible, and then apply specific outside info to support a claim. And then don't summarize the document only, and don't recount the entire timeline of of an even Italian unifications without selecting just the relevant parts to answer the question asked. And don't fail to use any documents even though you have a sound thesis and claims. And don't fail to use any outside info even though you have a sound thesis and claims. And then don't fail to answer the questions that was asked rather than answering the question you wish was asked. And don't fail to answer the whole questions. Example, only address cover and ignore Garibaldi. This is for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mutiara Jelita. Now I will explain about process of content or document analysis. Before actual document analysis takes place, the researcher must go through a detailed planning process in order to ensure reliable results. This is a step planning process that should take place not just in document analysis. Number 1. Create a list of text to explore, like population and samples. Number 2. Consider how text will be accessed with attention to linguistic or cultural barriers. Number 3. Acknowledge and address biases. Number 4. Develop appropriate skills for research. Number 5. Consider strategies for ensuring credibility. Number 6. Know the data one is searching for. Number 7. Consider ethical issues like confidential documents. And number 8. Have a backup plan. Next, I will explain about advantages and disadvantages of content or document analysis. The first one is advantages: more effective and easy to reach. No need to waste time and money to do research. For example, I did research outside of Jogja, so I have to think about housing, transportation costs, food costs during the study, and the cost of participants as well. And the next, analysis of documents is very easy because we can read documents repeatedly. The second is disadvantages. The subject of analysis is limited, so we only analyze existing documents. Not all documents can be used and also for analysis. The data in documents is no longer relevant today. Yeah, I think we should really choose a topic that is very easy to analyze and easy to reach. That's all from us. Thank you.